you mentioned that you wanted information about improving fluency with your students. So I have you seen this book before, Research-Based Reading Lessons?
I have not.
It's a really good one. It has a lot of good lesson plans in it for beginning, like phonemic awareness, phonics fluency, reading comprehension, and vocabulary. So I can always lend it to you if you need information in those other areas.
Okay.
But there's a whole section on fluency, and in here, so you can have used to like lesson 1, a reading model, and it gives you examples of books to use, and it gives you a very detailed breakdown of some just different ideas on how to teach fluency to your students.
Oh, that's nice.
Guided small group instruction, whole group instruction, and then student learning in small groups, how they can work together, and different assessment options. So if you want, you're more than welcome to take this. Choral reading is, you do that?
We sometimes do that, not always. I try to do it once a week at least with my
Perfect. Because it's a great opportunity to get modeling of appropriate fluency reading, but then also have them monitor their own reading. So that's perfect.
Okay.
And again, you can see how it starts as whole group instruction, and then breaks down into small group.
We do a lot of small group instruction.
Perfect. Do they do a lot of work with their own classmates? Like
Yes.
buddy work?
Yes, we have different centers when I'm working one-on-one with small groups, when they can do shared reading or word work together.
Perfect. Because based on the research and the articles that I've read, it seems like an appropriate choice to have different opportunities for learning, because when they work with a peer, they may feel less pressure to ask what they see as those silly questions, or to be like, what does this say? And
Take a risk.
Right. Take a risk. Perfect. Reader's Theater would be perfect.
Love Reader's Theater. We haven't gotten it yet in our school, but it's in my budget.
Oh, good. Okay.
So hopefully soon.
Okay. There are websites that I found. So this is a good one this book that I can give you.
Okay.
There are websites out there that have pre-written scripts that you could use just even for like a mini Reader's Theater if you don't want to do a huge unit. Timothy Rosinski, have you heard of him?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. He spoke at the MRA conference, Massachusetts Reading Association conference, this past year, and did a whole thing on fluency.
Okay.
And his big thing was, especially for beginner readers, that poems, songs, and doing that in like your morning meeting session, or coming back together and doing that as a read aloud, different option for read aloud, helps them pick up the rhythmic style of reading. So they're learning to group, instead of reading word by word, they're learning to group a few words or phrase by phrase, and then learning that rhythm and the inflection. And so that was huge for him.
Okay.
He said
Poetry
would work. The Fluent Reader is a very good book written by him if you're looking for some good things. He was fantastic. I highly recommend anything by him.
Okay.
We also had some professional development workshops in some of my classes that we did last year about fluency, and this is just basically a PowerPoint of a professional development workshop, and just like the 3 aspects that go into fluency and how that affects it, like, and then there were some good activities in here. Again, Reader's Theater.
Yeah.
And the kids love it.
I know, it's so fun. I think my students would like it. We just have not done it this year because I need to get the program.
No, not a problem. And here are some of those Reader Theater resources I was telling you about, the websites.
That would be awesome.
So I can send you this whole PowerPoint electronically if that works for you.
That would be fantastic.
And again, even if it's a little thing, just if they have indoor recess, they could do it, act it out, whatever.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier that you do buddy reading.
Yep.
Do they do it with older students or with their...
Yes, so sometimes I do shared reading in class, which is K1s reading together, or my first graders reading together, my kindergartners reading together. Sometimes mixed. But we do have buddy reading every Friday with the 4th and 5th graders.
Awesome. Okay, so they are getting that modeling from older. Perfect. That's another thing that Rosinski is really into as well. There's tutoring as well, but it's more right now. Poetry again is very big because it really gives that understanding of how to read more phrase by phrase and getting the rhythms of
word by word.
Yeah, and even if they if they're not able to read the words, they're still able to memorize
Yes.
the rhythm.
I found that when I've read a poem before that they can then read it with me afterwards and they love it.
Yes.
So.
And it gives them that confidence to then
To try it.
Yeah. And then that keeps them more engaged and motivated. So that's perfect. You're right on track. There's just, again, some different activities here, like partner poems that they can do, read to me and I'll read to you, and they can take turns reading different parts of the poem. So again, they're tracking while the other person reads, and then they're able to switch
when to start.
Exactly. And then there's different ways to track fluency here, and I'll send you these. So this is like a little informal assessment
Yeah, I
you
like
can
that.
use.
That chart.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen that before.
Oh, and it's real easy to just implement. You can even walk around and just do it informally as you go. Yep.
Yeah, listening.
Yep. And then some good information for parents to get involved as well.
It's hard to get some of my parents involved, so that would be good. Anything, suggestions that you have?
No, that would be great. Home programs, encouraging parents to read to their students.
Mm-hmm.
Studies have shown the more time parents read to their children, the better their fluency and just literacy skills will be later on, especially when they're just beginning.
I see that in the classroom too, and starting at K1, which is the foundational years.
Yes.
You can tell who's been read to and who hasn't. So.
Exactly. Does your school have a family like read night or something where they?
No, I would love that.
Okay.
Like a literacy night.
Yes.
That would be
like
awesome.
The kids can almost come dressed in their pajamas, and basically, I've seen it done in schools where they all get together in the gym, and maybe they all bring the same copy of a book, or the book is put up on a big PowerPoint slide, and they all can read along with it. It's just to kind of promote.
I think my principal would love that.
And it's a great way to get parents involved, and then that helps the whole homeschool connection. And then the more we can just bring that
community in.
Exactly.
Get the support.
Because in the end, that's what really helps.
I think that's essential.
Yeah. So this, I will send you an electronic copy of that. And then some of these documents, like the anticipation guide, maybe from more of your students who are much higher at this point, but at least it gives you a point to see what you're working towards in the older grades. This is just an informational, like, what is fluency? It's more than just words per minute, things like that. And then, again, this is for slightly older students, but again, you can just see how it's, even a poem is written in that.
I do have some high reading students in my first grade, so anything to keep them challenged.
Great. Okay.
Great.
And this was what that chart was. If you wanted a close-up of that, you can even even see, even though it's just tracking words per minute, it's still, you can make almost anecdotal notes on the bottom.
Yeah, it does look pretty easy to use too, which is nice, because in a K1 they're a little needier than older kids, so I need to be able to stop and help them any minute.
Exactly. And then you can add your notes in later, so that can help with assessment. Again, a fluency rubric, so you can just, even if you're not actively assessing a student, if you're conferencing with them, you can almost make mental notes and then go back at the end of the block or the period and track where they're at.
And so, see where everyone is.
Right. So again, another good informal assessment. This would be a nice thing for maybe your older students if they're doing the buddy reading. So it sparks the conversation, like, what do you think the book's about? Making predictions at the first meeting, and then the second meeting, what do you think's happening so far? So encouraging the conversation between an older peer model and having the students start to get the gears working in their heads about higher level thinking.
Yes, we are trying to work on that. It's hard for the little ones.
It is hard
to go deeper into.
It is, and it's mostly because they're not ready for it yet.
Yeah.
But to even be aware of thinking beyond a text and seeing how that thought process happens would at least is that exposure.
And instead of coming from me, from one of their 4th and 5th grade buddies.
Exactly.
Way more
because I'm sure
impacting.
they look up to them too. Yep.
Yes, they love their buddy reading time.
That's awesome. Oh, that's fantastic. So again, this may be a good thing for even the 4th or 5th graders to fill out after their meeting. And then maybe that could go into portfolios or other type of assessment.
I can talk to our 4-5 teacher about that.
Cool. And even with
he'd be on board with that.
Okay, cool. Because with the Common Core, a big focus is on higher level thinking and critical thinking. So this would be great to mention that. These are just little strategies. Put words together while you're thinking.
This is something the kids would fill out?
This is...
Oh, they would keep
Yeah,
it?
you could
Okay.
even enlarge this on...
Like an anchor chart?
Yeah, and do it that way. And I found, like, even the graphics are very kid-friendly.
Yes.
It's very simple.
Well, my FMK is not reading quite yet since it's early in the year, and
Right.
so this would be good verbal, visual clues.
Yeah. And even if it's... This could even be a mini lesson.
Yes.
Before you break up into...
I'd probably do it piece by piece for each lesson since they're so little.
Right. But then who knows, maybe at the end of the year, this would be...
A review mini lesson would be fantastic.
So that's some good things. And then here are just some articles I found that were really helpful. Because especially because the Common Core is based so much on research-based practices that I thought, here's some articles that would just help. And there's a little example of, again, a little reader's theater that could work. And then here's some examples. Well, this is a little more advanced, but Night Before Christmas. And here's another article about the importance of reader's theater. So if you want these, you're welcome to take them.
Definitely read that.
Or share them with your team. That would be great. And then performance reading for student-led read alouds as well. And here it talks about like book buddies and how important it is. Another thing is, do you do books on tape?
I have a listening center this year. We've just started it, and the kids are very interested in it. So we've
Awesome.
done a few, but not as much as I'd like to use it.
Okay. Especially, you mentioned you're getting an iPad for your classroom?
Yes, I'm
Cool.
very excited.
All right. Then I have a list that I will give you of interactive ebooks
Okay.
that even if they were to use with their book buddies, it could work, or with small groups in the class as you...
As a center, maybe?
Yeah.
While I'm
Perfect.
working with reading groups.
Perfect. Interactive ebooks, it helps, it models, it's a good model of fluency as well. So that would be a good thing. I will email you the websites that I bookmarked for you. They're like games that students can go on, and like Starfall. And
Yes, we love Starfall.
oh, you do? Okay,
We've
great.
used Starfall.
Okay, so I will email you the documents the electronic documents,
Okay.
and the PowerPoint for the professional development that we
Yeah.
have, and those websites.
I think the websites will be really good because we're trying to integrate technology into, across all settings, all
Yep.
academic settings, and it's tough
It is
at
hard.
a K1 level. But
It is.
so any of those websites I would love to look at and
Okay.
show them.
And on the iPad, I have a lot of good apps for even phonemic
Okay.
awareness and phonics
Perfect.
skills.
Good.
So I think they're fun, they're interactive, and I don't know, it'd be great to use. The kids love it.
Yes.
One last thing is repeated readings of the same text is also shown, like really improves fluency. So, because the first time, I even think about when I read a text, the first time you read a text, you're more just trying to get a feel for it. And then the more you read it, the more you're able to, you have that background knowledge to build on about the text, and then you're able to pay more attention to how you sound when you're reading. It's the same thing with the kids. Does this help?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know I just threw a lot of information at you, but you are welcome to take all of this with you.
Yeah, I'll take some in.
And I'll send you all that documentation, all the links and PowerPoints.
Okay.
And let me know how it goes, because I have no problem if you come back to me and you're like, this isn't working.
Okay.
I'm still hitting a roadblock with this one student or a couple students who are still reading very word by word. Then we can work on it more.
Okay.
And I have no problem even breaking down how to even read by phrases and giving you helpful information with that.
Okay.
All right?
Yes, thank
Awesome.
you so
Thank
much.
you so much for doing this.